Hello, sport fan. This is Stephen Hill for Sports Choice Plus. I'm bringing you a very special breakdown. I'm going to be covering the top 5 NFL wide receivers in the NFL right now. Before I get right into that, I want to make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can get all the updates each and every time we have breakdowns here at Sports Choice Plus. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Make sure you click that notification bell. Make sure you put it on all alerts as well. Looking at this season, we've had a lot of great wide receivers come and go. And you're looking to see, you have your household names like Julio Jones, Antonio Brown, Odell Beckham Jr. These guys this year balled out, and as you all know, you have to update that resume each and every year to stay relevant in the NFL. We know injuries may happen. We know that, changing of teams may happen. But the work habits in which you carry yourself each and every week are why you're placed where you are on this list. So coming in at number 5. If you don't hear a guy on this list, it doesn't mean that they're not good. Doesn't mean that they didn't have a great season. It's just the top 5 cream of the crop. Coming in number 5, you're looking up in Minnesota with over 1,400 yards, 88 catches, and 7 touchdowns. The rookie, Justin Jefferson. A lot of people, when I literally did this breakdown and put it on the Facebook channel, were going back and forth with saying, well, why do you have a rookie on the list? Why do you have a rookie? The rookie came and literally balled his ass off. When you look at Justin Jefferson, pairing that with Adam Thielen, pairing that with Kirk Cousins, pairing that with Dalvin Cook, these guys cooked in certain games. When you look at him showing up, 1,400 yards is not easy to get. I don't care who's on the opposite side of you. That's nothing to sneeze at. When you're looking just at the makeup of the Minnesota Vikings, they put up a lot of points in the games that they won. And you're seeing just how he was able to get open, how he was able to beat certain coverages and run to the end zone several times. His work ethic suggests that he's a workout warrior, and he's going to be back in the lab trying to make sure that he gets his footwork right. He gets his hands right as far as being able to catch more passes. And he's building a rapport with Kirk Cousins, which is important because that team can do damage. They have a lot of offensive firepower at this point. So if they add another receiver that's pretty good, they're going to be almost unstoppable on offense. So that's why I have him right here at number 5. I think projected moving forward, he is going to put up big numbers, and it's just a matter of time before he overtakes Adam Thielen as the number 1 receiver on that team. Coming in at number 4, with over 1,300 yards catching, you're looking at 90 passes caught and 9 touchdowns. You're looking at Calvin Ridley. Yes, Calvin Ridley of the Atlanta Falcons. He's playing alongside Julio Jones, and it's similar. When Roddy White was on the Julio, right next to Julio Jones, eventually Roddy White was beat out by Julio because Julio stepped up and started catching more passes, started getting the double teams, all those kind of things. And you're seeing that same kind of behavior. This year, Julio Jones was hurt a lot. And I mean, he missed a handful of games, was scratched during a couple of games that he did start. And what did Calvin Ridley do? He stepped up to the plate, was able to produce almost each and every time he was called upon, and his number, when you look at 90 catches, that's phenomenal, especially when you have another great wide receiver on your team who has taken a couple of games literally and flipped everything upside down. When you're looking at just his athletic build, he's a bigger receiver that can get the job done. Him and Julio are doing damage, and I think that moving forward, this year was his coming out party, and he's going to continuously play like this to get on this list each and every year moving forward. So I think 1,374, 90 catches and 9 touchdowns is pretty phenomenal, and I like what I see from the kid. So Calvin Ridley coming in at number 4. Coming in at number 3, it's a toss-up, and that this one, again, you have guys with better stats as far as touchdowns and or catches ahead of him, but right now I want to focus on Mr. Davante Adams. A key reason to why the Green Bay Packers are currently in the NFC Championship game right now is Davante Adams. His ability to not only avoid contact, his ability to avoid cornerbacks, as you saw he did in the last game versus Jalen Ramsey, and his ability to catch the ball at a moment's notice. When there's a hot read at the line of scrimmage, he's quickly putting his body in a place where only he can catch the ball, making Aaron Rodgers look good. Being able to hit your head on the goalpost with any kind of slant, screen, or pass that comes his way. He is the guy that really gets a lot done for the team. And when you're looking just overall at his production, on national televised games. I mean, the guy is living for those kind of games. He's producing a lot in different shapes and forms and ways. And, they got to be fantastic right now and happy because they have some of the best wide receivers, running backs, and also the best quarterback in football on their team right now in Green Bay. And I think that, this is not just an outlying season for Davante. This is pretty significant. He's able to not only put his name out there, stamp it, and there's no longer calling him mediocre. There's no longer calling him a bust or anything like that. Davante is the real deal. He's going out there and getting the job done. So that's why he's at number 3. Coming in at number 2 with 1,407 yards, 115 receptions, and 6 touchdowns. We're talking about DeAndre Hopkins. One of the biggest plays that he's ever made all over the field. And it doesn't matter what it is, if it's a flag on a play, it doesn't matter if it's, offsides. One of the biggest plays we've ever seen him make didn't even count. And you're seeing how he catches the ball between his legs. He catches the ball off the helmet. He catches the ball anywhere it's thrown in his radius. He's going out and making that catch. He makes life for Kyler Murray and company very good. He made it for Deshaun Watson very good as well. It's just they're voicing their concerns right now if he's going to be able to stay healthy throughout the remainder of his career. But I think he is. I think that he takes a couple of practices off because he deals with injuries differently. But when it's time to call his card, when it's time to pull everything that he needs, he literally steps up to the plate and does it. It doesn't matter. No matter if it's for Deshaun Watson, Kyler Murray, and he's very vocal. He's vocal as a leader, and that's one of the important things. A lot of times we've been mentioning Julio Jones and AB and all these other guys, but we skip over DeAndre Hopkins, and we should not. Just the ability to catch all those passes, and that a lot of guys are keying in and focusing on you each and every week. That's a big part of it as well. We have to clean up some mistakes. But overall, when you're looking at DeAndre Hopkins' breakdown of what he does well as a receiver, how well he catches the football, as a model citizen, he's doing what he needs to do. It's just hard to imagine, that he's not on the Houston Texans right now. But Kyler Murray is happy. I know that they're doing a lot of good things in the desert, but DeAndre Hopkins is one of the best. And no matter who's on him, no matter if they're doing one-on-one coverage, double coverage, or triple coverage, he's still favored to catch any pass that comes his way. So that's a big part of that. And lastly, you're looking at the guy that has helped transform one of the best franchises in the NFL. When you're looking just at, can Stefon Diggs do anything differently and it be better? And you're seeing how not only he's taken his suggestions and he's done everything better, checked off everything on the list, and he's a big part of why they're the number 2 seed in the AFC. Josh Allen is a phenomenal quarterback, and I think that him having somebody that can bring out that sauce in him, bring out that swagger in him, that helps him in the long run. So I like what I see from just the standpoint of Stefon Diggs, his route running, his ability to block. When he's not getting the ball, he's still interested in running the routes. He's still interested in chop blocking and cutting guys down on the defensive side of the ball. He's still interested in doing every little thing so he can become successful. So that's a big part of it. Stefon Diggs has not only transformed the Buffalo fan base into lovable men and women who respect the game, but he's also uniting different people. A lot of people don't realize you don't have a lot of guys coming from the Minnesota Vikings and all of a sudden they just ball out and it's a big part of this team's just history at this point. If Josh Allen and Stefon Diggs are able to help this team win a championship, they will forever be cemented in legacy of Bills history forever. So that's kind of everything he does, but Stefon Diggs is the best wide receiver in football right now, and it's not by a small margin, it's by a landslide. And I think it's pretty good. He's had a great season, and I want to see more from him moving forward, and even in the AFC Championship game. So all you Bills fans, all you NFL fans, get in the comment section below and definitely check us out on Sports Choice Plus. I thank you so very much for checking us out, and have a great one.